Chris Payne with Payne Outdoors, and tonight we are bringing you a video review to complement a written review that we did of the Vont Spark headlamp. It's this guy right here. So we found this on Amazon. You can get a pair of them for $14. So a $7 headlamp that says that it rivals some of the more expensive like $50, $60, $70 brands. So we're gonna test that out for you in real fashion outside in the dark here in a minute. Before we do that, I want to kind of walk you through some of the stuff about the Vont that I really like. So the Spark headlamp has a really comfortable band. It stretches, so it's going to fit the biggest of heads. And you can kind of see this fabric. It's very soft. And so what that means is if you're not wearing a hat and you put this on, it's not gonna make your head itch. So that's a big thing for some people is, you don't want stuff like scratching on your head and that kind of stuff. So the band's really nice. It's super adjustable. It's got multiple adjustment points, as you can see here and here. And then the headlamp itself can slide backwards and forwards, so you can put it as close to these clips as you want or as far away. Why that's important is when you're positioning it on your head like so, you may decide that you don't like that clip on the side and you want to move it to the back, and so you can slide these around like so and you're good to go. So that's really cool. Another thing that I really like about this one that I've struggled with some others is the angle. So most of your headlamps that you find have a 30-degree angle, and that is about right there. So not a whole lot between there and there. It kind of makes the light. It helps a little bit, but not as much as it could. So the Vont, what the Spark headlamp has done is it will go all the way to 45 degrees. And that means as a fisherman, if I'm sitting in the kayak, I'm not having to tuck my chin down into my chest to be able to see when I'm tying knots. So that 45-degree angle is key, because I can just adjust it on the hat, push it down, and then I can tie it like normal, and I'm not having to swallow the chin like that. So that's really cool. The different modes that this has, if you hold for 3 seconds, you're gonna get the red lamps. You can hold it again for 3 seconds and it goes back. And this is, I'm gonna kind of show this to the side so it doesn't completely blind the camera out. So this is the low setting. Oh, I'm sorry, there we go. So the low setting, the medium setting, the high setting, and then if you hit it again, now you're gonna get the strobe. So a lot of different LED patterns and brightnesses, the red bulbs. It's very, this is basically everything that is in a $50 headlamp. It's lightweight, it's AAA. So here's where the differentiator is. It's AAA batteries. Some of the more expensive headlamps are rechargeable, but how many times are you able to recharge if you're on a multi-day camping trip? Not very often. It's pretty easy to carry like 3 AAA batteries with you. The other thing, the 3 AAA batteries in this will have upwards of 80 hours of runtime, sometimes 90 hours, depending on which brightness you're using. So, I mean, that's a lot of days, or a lot of nights actually, to be able to use this. So you could go on a weekend camping trip and not have to replace batteries in it or worry about recharging it or anything like that. So that's a really cool feature. It's also very lightweight. When you wear it without a hat, you kind of notice it a little bit more, but when you wear it with a hat, you barely even know it's there. It's a very cool feature. Some of the things that, one other thing, forgot. One of the other things I like about this is waterproof. So it can be raining and you can be fishing at night and raining, or it just gets wet, it falls in the water or whatever. It's waterproof. So that's another great feature. Anytime we're using stuff on the water, it's a big bonus when it's waterproof. So a couple of things I would love to see for improvements on this. I'm going to go ahead and spoil that. For any of you that know any of my reviews, you're going to understand. I offer points of improvement. It's just what I do. I think every product has room for improvement. So what would I improve on the Spark headlamp from Vont? I would offer this in a 400 to 500 lumen model in this price point, if possible. So you're looking at about 200 lumens with this. If you double that brightness and really get that throw power out there and that candle power, and just boom, you know, like a big spotlight, I think that'd be cool. Now it works, and you're gonna be able to see it in just a minute. We're gonna go test this, and you'll be able to see it. But I mean, brighter is always better, right? The other thing I'd love to see is if they had a way, had some kind of little plate you could put on the back of this that would attach to like a camera mount or a rail mount or something like that. Because then what you could do is, if you wanted to rail mount this and use it as a spotlight, or if you wanted to attach it to a camera or something like that to have additional light at night, then you could do that. I think those would be cool additions. Anyway, so enough dreaming. Let's go test this out.
So here we are out in the dark, and I basically just wanted to show you out here in the backyard. You can tell it's pretty dark out here. Wanted to give you a look at the low, medium, and high range. And what we'll do is come over here and we'll shine it at this tree here. So there's your low setting right there. There's low, there's medium, there's high, and there's strobe. So lots going on. If you're looking for wildlife, there's low, medium, high, and strobe. And there's some more wildlife, low, medium, high, and strobe. So lots of different brightnesses that you can use, and it just really depends on your application. And if you're, you know, not wanting to show any white light, you can always use the red light that's available, and you can kind of see how that does right there. It's just kind of this red light.